Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only Master Propaganda here of Sight, Defender of the Fatherland, of here to glorious, wonderful 1v1 here on Faymonville Approach. In the north, it is Pax Ajax, the one, the only Pax Ajaxian, fighting here for America, freedom, democracy, taking on the role of the 6th Armored Division, tasked with breaking through the German lines. Here with a mechanized company featuring mechanized groups, 76 militiamen, mortar half-tracks, cavalry riflemen, and the combined arms ability. In the south is Clororaa, fighting for the German army, Deutschland. Here with the 106th Panzer Brigade, Feldherrn Halle with elite armored, grand offensive, and Overwatch. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my own company here, my patrons, supporters, wonderful people, one and all, other people can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or they can donate by PayPal and become a wonderful person in my eyes as well. Or you can just, pre-order comments fee. You're going to do that by the link in the comments. Use the code Duke3G, in which case I get a part of the sale there. That's a nice way of getting both companies free and support the Propagandacast at the same time. Win-win, as far as I'm concerned. And finally, just comment, like, share, subscribe. So, folks, here, there's the Stum. On the way here from Clororaa, we got Raptors driving the northern fuel point here. Clororaa already backing off in the face of Pax Ajax. Swift American assault here for America. Folks, to the landing, some good shots on the Raptor squad here. Sergeant Bob Roberts goes down there as the Falcon pierces his body there with Coh2 shots. We got double tank tracks north here from Pax Ajax. Double tank tracks starting to become more popular in the American tank trap metagame as they realize, hang on, 2 tank traps provide better cover than 1. Truly, the Americans are at the forefront of mathematics. So, full to the rifle squad here, try on the way there for Clororaa after the 3rd full squad, 3rd rifle squad there for Pax Ajax. Basil savagely attacking. Out of my hand, you stupid cat! I'm not American! No, Basil, I'm still not American. Stop it! Stop it! This is not what I trained you for! Anyways, heavy finding around here. You can see the trying to surround here. Pax Ajax by northern fuel point. Trot on the way there for him. I'm trying to unentangle my left hand from Basil. As he confuses it for GI. Let that be a lesson to you. Do not train your cat to attack GIs. Turns out they're not very good at it. Rival squad catching the full skip. We got a wipe here on Pax Ajax in the early game. A hammer blow here to Pax Ajax delivered by Clororaa and the German army. A strong hit for the Reich. Come on, Basil. Let my hand go. There we go. Sturmpioneer charging in here. Rival squad, they need to be careful. They're going to get wiped out. Truck out there for Pax Ajax. Sturmpioneers around the rest and say could be another wipe in Pax Ajax, which would be quite painful for him and the United States Army at this point here. So far, Clororaa is off to a strong start here. Of course, Pax Ajax does have both viewpoints to begin with, so it's not all bad for him, but certainly it is a bit awkward. So there you go, smart play by Clororaa, going straight for the curve point there, cutting off access to the southern fuel point here, digging in with the full Grenadiers, trucking about here, adding a 5th car there on top. Lieutenant is on the way for Pax Ajax, but yeah, that wipe really put him in a bad place. And I'm not talking, Duluth. Mines up here. Battlefield headquarters up for Clororaa and the German army. Lieutenant almost done. Fultz is falling back here. Going back the car on there from the Krauts. In the south, we've got Ralph Squadron Fords here, completely unaware what's going on elsewhere. Man, I'm sure we're winning elsewhere on the map. Yeah, we're definitely kicking those crowds' asses. Yeah, I bet Baker Squad didn't get cut down entirely by the Germans. Anyways, full to the Rifle Squad here. That's it, the Fultz is not in a great spot in pursuit of their lone help, so quick retreat I think smart here. Samex in the center. And we got Clororaa here with Overwatch featuring Jägerler infantry squads, early warning systems for the fatherland, leichte Feldhaubitz Aktien Artillerie, and the sector assault. Quickly calling in some Jägers here to apply some pressure to those verdammte Amerikaner. Lieutenant out there for Pax Ajax. We got the reagents there in the back of the Dart truck, adding some extra firepower here as Pax Ajax goes in the offensive. Friedrich there drops dead in the middle of the road. Negative cover is not where you want to be, caught by a 50 cal wielding Dart truck. Mechanized upgrade there for the Battlefield headquarters, and we got the cavalry rifle of Pax Ajax goes on the counter offensive for the free world. Quickly popping out the reasons, perhaps planning to pop in the lieutenant instead, who knows. What Pax Ajax thinking in the centre there, fighting heats up between Pax Ajax Clororaa at the same time does up north here. Fult's going to be taking losses here from the dart truck and the lieutenant. Could even see a wipe here possibly if he's not careful. He could also try and flank around here and that way get behind here. Decides not to. Northern fuel pump being reclaimed here by the Americans. In the centre there, Clorora's forces being steadily surrounded, but at the same time trying to charge here on Pax Ajax by flanking him in return. It is a fierce, fluid fight here across the centre between Pax Ajax and Clororaa. Charging the route to go for the Jaegers. Smart play here by Pax Ajax. Quickly routed there, cavalry from charging 40. Thompson's on the way there. Fulton's being routed. Almost got a wipe in the other unit here there. Flat half track is on the way of Clororaa. Catching the Sturm Pioneer there and routing it. Almost getting a wipe here. Grabbing the cut-off point here. Northern fuel point secured for America. And quickly changing on the Jaegers. Suddenly the tables turn on Clororaa in the matter of moments here. Some fierce fighting here. Flak after the zombies on Clororaa. Will Pax Ajax be able to handle that considering he's got no anti-tank weapons? Well, except the lieutenant he can equip with a bazooka short term. We are getting mechanized command posts here, but until then he won't have anything to like seriously threaten the flak half track. Unless of course his opponent runs into range of the anti-vehicle satchel charge, which I think is a bit optimistic, if that is what Pax Ajax's plan will be. Flak half track out there still. Pax Ajax, excellent map control here once more versus Clororaa. Crucially, excellent fuel control here with 33 fuel per minute versus 13. That is a hell of a difference. Pax Ajax with the ambulance. Flak half taking northwards there. Full to the right squad here, close to the base. We are focusing northwards here again for Deutschland. And the 106th Panzer Brigade, Feldherrn Halle. Is a routed ambulance almost done for Pax Ajax. To provide him with some healing. Theoretical reinforcement if you overuse it outside your base, but most American players will of course never use the ambulances out of the base. That's too much like communism. Jaegers flak up to catch Ralph School that quickly train their Pax Ajax men. Up north here, sandbags, barbed wire all going down here. Reinforcing healing here. Flak half track repping into the retreating rifleman there. South here we got Lieutenant Charlton the Fulton is here. Bazooka also ready here to assist versus the German vehicles. Though of course that does require they don't get caught by the flak half track in an angle where they can't get off a good shot. Like there. Centre being seized back by the Germans. Clororaa, though, of course, is no slouch. He's quickly returned onto the field here against Pax Ajax and the 6th Armoured Division. We got the dart truck good to go again. Reasons once more in the truck. I suppose he could eventually try and add some bazookas on the Reasons and form up a bazooka car and go for the flak half track with that one. And there you go, both squads caught it with the flak half track. Pax Ajax, of course, makes the rational decision, which is to, of course, retreat right there. Stuart Light Tank is on the way in the south here. Clororaa here could try and threaten the southern fuel point. Once more mess with Pax Ajax fuel income. I think that is a very simple decision here. Dart truck finds himself met here with a flak half track. Frontal chassis there being shredded by 2 cm high explosive shells. Stuart Light Tank halfway done. Ralph Scott charging the Fulton is here. And caught with the flak half track once more. Quickly routed here. And we got the KMF ready here for Clororaa. Something a bit more anti-tanky, obviously expecting a Stuart Light Tank to counter his flak half track. As that is what most players with the Lieutenant will go for to counter your flak half track with. In theory, of course, go with the Twisted Tootsie solution, half track filled with bazookas, but unless you're up against Twisted Tootsie, you typically don't have to expect a Twisted Tootsie solution to a problem. That's the thing about Twisted Tootsie solutions. They usually only apply by Twisted Tootsie himself. Jar truck rushing forward to the Lieutenant in it. But again, only one bazooka. Stood here pursuing the Fulton news there. We got smoke popped inside the base here. Could get a wipe here though on Clororaa and the Germans. But no. Smoke here for the flak half track. Saves Friedrich there. Narrowly Raketen for trying to set up here, but can't quite land a shot. Get it cleared on the side, it seems, on the Stuart Light Tank. And hits a shrubbery. Thought them being pushed back as Pax Ajax rushes through the center here for freedom and democracy. Doctor there, of course, getting some self-repairs there enacted, as the gunner apparently suffers through a childhood trauma involving a mechanic and a very, very large wrench. Cavalry arriving here, catching the Jaegers up north here. Stuart rushing forwards there for freedom, going straight for the flag half-track there. Jaegers close to being wiped out here. Okay, I'm ever turning around. Kenmeth shoots, misses through a light tank. Good luck there for Pax Ajax. Flak half-track those stabilizers here, though it is heavily damaged. And once we're going straight for the car points here, sharp moves there by Pax Ajax. Quickly cutting off that way the entire northern half of the map that Clororaa had connected and slashing his resource economy to a fraction of its usual self. And there you go, could take up the Stuart flak half-track inside the base, but no, doesn't get away with it. Can Clororaa on the other end take out the Stuart? Looks like the answer to that is 9. He gets away with the Stuart right here as well. That was quite intense. Oh, no, there's a Pantherfaust here, damaging the engine. But can Clororaa finish off the Stuart light tank? We'll have to see, though. He clearly wasn't expecting the full is there. Could be a bit of luck there for Clororaa. The Kedman pursuing here up north. Rearson's using volley fire here. Nice use there. Thumbs up to Pax Ajax. Pushing in the south, we got the full of the Kedman going here for the Stuart light tank. Troops moving in here. Dealing like Kemley's trying to. And he's moving back towards the Volksgrenadiers. Why do you think he's doing that? Because, well, basically we get like Kevin away then, even like he loses the Stuart, because he's going to do that either way. If he does it this way, he can make it a lot more expensive for Clororaa, because he's going to have to expend a lot more munitions and risk losing a lot more manpower trying to Pantherfaust the Stuart light tank to death here. So technically, this is a kind of smart bit of math there by Pax Ajax. Less smart there, of course, he's losing the Rav squad up there. That, on the other hand, was completely unnecessary. But still, the Volker squads have both got more or less depleted. So again, he would have lost the Stuart other way. But again, by just pulling it towards the Volksgrenadiers, he got Clororaa to spend more munitions and, crucially, manpower. The only thing that, again, just ruins this is he lost the Rav squad there. If you hadn't thrown that away, boom, brilliant. Otherwise, smart but flawed. And now here Pax Ajax, of course, going for another smart bit of thinking. Ajax going to go for another Stuart light tank here, thinking his opponent's not going to be pushing for any armor soon. So if he hits him with the Stuart light tank now, he can make it harder for Clororaa to push for medium armor and actually aim for more control now. It's definitely a bit more risky decision and not one you typically see, and it's certainly not I'd recommend under all circumstances. But certainly, if you sort of consider like the map control so far and everything else, it does kind of make sense here for Pax Ajax to go for the Stuart. But arguably, he could also just tech for Sherman here as well. I'd say at this stage, both have, you know, the pros and cons. In most situations, you would, of course, just go for the Sherman. But here, going for another Stuart light tank is a possibility. Though, of course, whether or not it works out, we'll have to see. Rascal caught in there, go. He's going for the Twisted Teacher solution, sort of. It's just a car filled with a pair of bazookas. It's not quite half-track filled with them, but, you know. All the way, though, swift motorized bazooka tactics joined in by the Stuart here, and suddenly Clororaa loses a flak half-track here. Pax Ajax flips the table on Clororaa. The chem advance great in the Stuart light tank here, though. Rushing straight back into the base. More infantry there for Pax Ajax. South, you've got Ralph coming forward to the BARs. Dodge truck goes down, knocked out by Kedenmerfer. Almost got the Stuart too. North, they've got the full spot back with cavalry rifleman there. Another Ralph squad almost done it for Pax Ajax. Stuart falling back towards the base, quickly popping out the crew for some repairs. But Clororaa here has a heart filled with vengeance. Vergeltung. He goes straight to the base here with the Kedenmerfer. Can he take out the Stuart? Yes, he takes out the Stuart. Pax Ajax did not see that one coming. And Clororaa is not done. He's coming for the ambulance next. Taking out both the Stuart and the ambulance inside of Pax Ajax base. Toss in the Dodge truck. And that's actually like a lot of damage Clorora's able to like inflict on Pax Ajax in a short amount of time. Crikey. I don't think Pax Ajax saw that one coming. Ram Northern Point here. So yeah, that actually helped Clororaa, I think, close the gap between him and Pax Ajax nicely. That was fairly explosive. In the south here, Fult's moving forwards. No assault rifles from the Fult's yet here. Oh, there we go. Got one upgrade on the way. Interesting enough, he's not upgrading one of his more veteran units, but his least veteran Fult's squad there. So that's a bit of a note to make. In the south here, going for the southern field point. Truck setting out here, and there goes Schwere Wehrmachtschlepper. I am going to imagine that's going to be the Schwere Panzer quarters there for Clororaa. Cavalry push back the Fult's lieutenant joining in for a bit of fun as well. They immediately opens up on the sandbags, of course. Light in Panzergeschütz are seen out for Clororaa, providing with a bit of crucial artillery support here versus the Americans. Sandbags destroyed. Grab the center, and again note the double tank traps there. Heading for the sun. Field point, of course, got BR sniping hand out here to Pax Ajax men in larger numbers. Very good. And again, note the number 2 of bars there, which, of course, significantly increases the rifleman's firepower at all ranges. And on the move, really. Lieutenant needs to be careful, though. Quick push back here by German artillery. Yeah, the loss of all these light vehicles has really opened up the map again for Clororaa, allowing it to be much more aggressive versus Pax Ajax. And Pax Ajax is suddenly found himself struggling to contain Clororaa. Of course, both players could consider machine gun, though, of course, Pax Ajax first goes for another ambulance. Telephone up north here.
We're losing a capture point.
Again, with routing in the south here. Center being seized by the Germans as well. Jaeger's there with 8 kills, veterans here too. Again, they're creeping forwards. More Sturmgewehrs there for Clororaa's men. The Panzer Brigades were kind of sort of meant to be these old, in a sense, modern formations where the infantry also had a larger number of assault rifles, where they basically split up into, shall we say, assault units, and then, you know, rifle units with light machine guns. So, little fun fact there. It applied to both. Well, the Fulton is actually also meant to be in these lines, but the Panzer Brigade, shall I say, sort of the first one, they were sort of Panzer Grenadiers equipped like that. So, little fun fact there. Grenadiers being caught by the Fulton by the center, though, getting flanked and shot in the back. And the bazooka certainly won't help against the Sturmgewehr at all. And he's wrecking the tank traps, it seems. More troops heading out there for Pax Ajax base in the south hill field point once more being claimed by the German Reich here as Clororaa moves forwards with a machine gun as well on the way there. Thumbs up. Schwere Panzer quarters up there. You could, of course, consider Obersoldaten, but honestly going for some support weapons here makes plenty of sense too. In the center, massive assault here. Cavalry rifleman backed up with 2 bar-wielding squads here. That is definitely bad news here for Clorora's infantry, and he just retreats here. Makes a lot of sense. Honestly, here there's no point in finding this engagement. It is just absolutely lopsided and not in his favour. And this north here, Sturmpionier, Captain Lieutenant, and the echelons. Heavy fighting here. Backs off as well there again. We got mines as well for Clororaa. Thumbs up. In the centre, the assault continues here. 2 squads going straight for the car point here. Pax Ajax once more looking to deliver significant economic harm here to Clororaa. Thumbs up to that. A lot of action there. Go the cavalry caught by not just the Schwer Panzer quarters, but the MG-34, a lethal cocktail. Southern field plan reclaimed by Pax Ajax, Freedom and Democracy. He's got the major on the way finally. But it does look like here Clororaa will be able to get a tank here ahead of Pax Ajax, unless it goes for the Sherman, which he likely will. But he is, of course, mechanized. Let's give it to the 76mm Sherman, which has some great performance versus the Panther, at least better than the 75mm gun. More tank tracks being destroyed here by Clororaa. Rail squad suppressed here by the Fulton MG-34. Major there, 2/3 of the way done for Pax Ajax. South there, better maneuvering here from Clororaa. Bazooka team quickly hightailing out of this, realizing they got bazookas and not BARs. Center being claimed here once more by Clororaa and the German army, the 116th Panzer Brigade, 106th Panzer Brigade, Feldherrn Halle. Ralph going straight for the Sturmpionier here. Of North Lieutenant advancing on the northern field. Point the telephone lane close to the Ralph squad. Light hit there. Sturmpionier need to be careful. In the center, we got the Volksgrenadiers and the Jaegers with the reactions of the Raft Squad there. Volksgrenadiers need to be careful, they're close to being hosed out, honestly. Quick hand grenade here, though. Not shabby at all. There's some good maneuvering overall here for Pax Ajax. Clororaa, feeling at times perhaps is comparatively a bit rigid in how it perceives the map. But there you go, Pantherful multi on the way there for Clororaa, so Pax Ajax is, I think, going here for the 76 with Sherman. He should be able to go for it now. There we go. The 76 with Sherman there. No, cancels it for a regular Sherman. Interesting decision there. Clearly he had the 76 in mind there, but for some reason, some other thought there intervened and caused him to go for the 75 with Sherman, perhaps figuring the infantry was the bigger threat than any potential Pantherful. There you go, the artillery strike almost wipes the squad there. Close call for Clororaa. Very close call. Victory points wise, though, Clororaa has a nice lead over Pax Ajax. Sturmpionier not upgraded. Sherman halfway done. Pantherful right around the corner here for Clororaa. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung Jod. Gefechtsbereit. Rushing out there for Deutschland. Volksgrenadier down to almost half health here. Yep, there we go. Pantherful rushing in. Sherman ready here for Pax Ajax. And the 6th Armored Division up north here. Lieutenant Ralph Scott being pushed back here. As Cloraa's Pantherful there goes in for Deutschland. In the centre here we got the cavalry from the reasons here was the advancing academy from the MD-34. Jaegers moving in here. In the south point being seized by the Major. And we got the Sherman on the move here. Opening up on the Jaegers. Chemical gets a good turn here on the Sherman. South here machine gun flank there by the Ralph Scott. Nice move there, but maneuver by Pax Ajax. Thumbs up. But Clororaa here is on the offense. Lots of Chemicals infantry going straight for the centre here. Looking to hunt down here Pax Ajax right outside of his base. Could we see another devastating blow here that risks crippling most of Pax Ajax armor? And again, looks like it. He's almost got the Sherman here. And almost got it. Really close call. The meanwhile, Pax Ajax from the centre being mauled here. Could be a wipe in Pax Ajax. Looking very likely Kevin is actually in deep trouble. And instead it's Pax Ajax wiping Cloraa's units and completely clearing them out here. Good golly, Miss Molly. Folks, of course, the more, full strength units here. As he needs to try and save the Pantherful from the Kevin. Now being crooked. Got Sturmpioniers rushing in here. Nice hit on the Pantherful here. But he does Rekenef again, then recruits it again with the Sturmpionier. And then retreats everything here. And he actually popped out the medics from the ambulance just in case. Very sensible, of course, but, really says something about the attacks here Cloraa's been making there. Sherman being fixed up, though. Got the resistance assisting there as well. Very smart. Back here, enforcing healing. Pantherful being hauled back for repairs. And the center there, Jaegers gaining veteran free in the south. We got the Major there in a major retreat as he gets caught by the Volksgrenadiers at ace level. May want to consider some orbital down here for some extra infantry versus Pax Ajax, who himself has actually quite a bit of infantry there, total of 5 squads as well, which is actually rare to see from an American player. But again, as of late, I'd also like to add the metagame, I think, is sort of time to realize, hang on, having infantry is actually good. Like, 5 squads of infantry is, while not super common, isn't quite rare either. It's still becoming, I think, something more players are becoming aware of, that having more infantry is actually a good thing. As long as, of course, you don't just throw it away willy-nilly. Pantherful, they're heading northwards. Telefonery Echelons killing Robert. Also on the way to Clororaa, thumbs up. Pantherful getting the Raft Port. We've got Raft Port flanking the Volksgrenadiers here. In the far south, Clororaa heading for the southern field point there. We got, though, the cavalry from nearby. Could be a problem there. Pantherful taking a few bazooka hits, but the resistance themselves are so low in health. He should retreat them. Also, again, trying to extend the front further eastwards there. Not a bad idea. In the south here, quick routed. Again, the cavalry from threat there is not one to be taken lightly. The Thompson and the Grease gun, they can quickly do a lot of damage. And there we go. A Volksgrenadier squad wiped. Another blow that's Clororaa and the German army. Could, of course, consider another Obersoldat squad. But at this point, he's probably better off going for another Pantherful here, as he is getting fairly close and will want to preserve the manpower for that. Pax Ajax, meanwhile the Scot finally going for some artillery of his own. He could also consider like a mortar earlier, or even a mortar half-deck earlier, but obviously the Scot is quite good, so as long as he secures some kind of artillery, that is really all that matters. Up north, the Ralph's got routed. Southeast cavalry haven't caught, but the opposite down there, and some other fun stuff like the MD-34 here. Definitely need to treat them. Scott almost done it for Pax Ajax. We've got 397, 262. Panther, they catch the cavalry right from there. And Scott is right around the corner for Pax Ajax. There we go. And a BAR was dropped, so pretty smart there. Managed to get them further upgraded than just the Thompsons. Thumbs up to Pax Ajax. Major might make one effort to grab that BAR. Bazooka team moving up here. Sherman engaged the part of the Panther 4. Massive counterattack here in the center by Pax Ajax. Sherman though almost knocked out. Line gun for some reason got moved to the front line here. I'm guessing that was a misclick or some other bug, I don't know, but all the way cost him the line gun. This is actually a pretty good kill there for Pax Ajax, obviously. Sherman running forward here. A bit risky considering how low health it is at, but clearly Pax Ajax deems the risk worth it. Up north, the kind of flanking about these extra paying the Sherman right before Clorora's front line. That feels incredibly risky here, but Pax Ajax, there you go. Sherman lost. Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a slip. I think they were Pax Ajax. Then south, they got troops flanking around here, but the MD-34 ensures they can't easily threaten the Panther 4's flank. All of a sudden, they're making a run for the machine, the BAR there. Another slip up there by Pax Ajax in the face of Clororaa and the German Reich. A Kedma ceased again here by Pax Ajax. Scott firing away there, bombarding the crowds. The Kedma's about to get wiped out, I think, again. But there you go, Bazooka team on the flank here. Managed to get past the machine gun there. Nice work there. Could he take out the Panther 4? That would be helpful. Clororaa is not going for another one, by the way. Almost swapped out there. Good golly. Lot going on here. Bazookas keep missing the Panther 4. The Scott fires and almost had it. The Bazooka's being dropped now. And the Panther 4 may just make it out of there. Now the Panther 4 there fought Clororaa and the 106th Panzer Brigade. But there you go, the lieutenant's on the job there, using his veteranly free sprint ability to just catch up with the Panzer 4. My God, Lieutenant Charles, how can you just keep running so fast? Well, gotta run away from responsibilities. Oh, that's why. Machine gun there being routed. There you go, took out the Panther 4. Fresh assault here in the center as once more Clororaa and Pax Ajax clash. Tilly called in as well here by Pax Ajax to further frustrate in the defense here. Grenades off. Call's been caught here by the light infantry Geschütz. Lots of bars here plus artillery. Will he try and make off with it, or is he just going to ignore it? Who knows? Point here close to the base being seized by the now Shermanless crew. Look, I told you, repairing the tank that close to the front line was a bad idea. Yeah. This wouldn't happen if we had Brad Pitt as our tank commander. Almost got the Kedma for their Panther rolling forward here for Clororaa. Straight hit with the Panther 4, adding the Pinlock machine gun. Going straight for the Scot. Good shot. Up north, the opponents being seized. Artillery being unleashed upon the German positions. And the Orbs are sent packing there in a hurried rain of death. Destruction. Well, I think he actually called in some decoy smoke there. Pretty cheeky. Thumbs up to Pax Ajax. That Ketchup enforcing healing. Could go for 76 more Sherman now-ish. We'll have to take to Ghost, but it goes for another regular Sherman here. More bazookas there impacting upon the Panther 4's armor. Got the northern field point. Overall, Pax Ajax, I think, has been very good at getting back the map here from Clororaa by now. Who's definitely, I think, struggling a lot more. Part, again, I think, is Clororaa kind of gets, I think, two overfolks in the center and ignores the rest of the map, whereas Pax Ajax, I think, is very good at just, keeping the map as a whole in mind. Is much more able to, I think, exploit that versus Clororaa. So we'll have to see what Clororaa does next, but I think some more orbitals on here would be a very good addition. Meanwhile, Pax Ajax with a 76mm shell all the way there. And being repaired by the Sturmpioneer. They're definitely busy, and looks like it's going to wreck that light infantry gun. Jaeger's though near ace level. That's very good there for Clororaa. Sherman almost done. Halfway there for Pax Ajax. Freedom and Democracy. And the Kedmavs on the move again. Scott being caught here. 2 8mm rockets there punching straight through the armor. Pushing back that Pax Ajax. Scott and almost got killed there by a follow-up volley there. Very close call there. Sherman almost done. And about to launch another massive infantry assault here against Clororaa. Pantherful good to go though. Machine gun back, and he's bringing another machine gun. I think that's also a very good pick against all this infantry. Sherman rolling 40, adding the 5th cal. Thumbs up to Pax Ajax. Smart move here, I think, to use the spare crew there. He's got to actually crew the Sherman, so you can get a bit more experience on that one faster. As we can find in the Sherman, Pantherful takes a hit though as well. The Kedmav's up near the Sherman, pushing it down to, well, not quite half health. And there you go. Veterans like him has lost. It's actually quite a blow to Clororaa at this stage of the fight because it actually gains some significant bonuses at veteran feet. So losing those is going to be definitely tough to replace right now for Clororaa versus Pax Ajax. And of course, it's just very handy for his tank. And lost the counter rifle. Great killer for Clororaa. Of course, a lot more Americans to kill, but certainly better than killing none. Scott there absorbs the hit here for the rifleman. And now we got the Sherman flanking the Pantherful here. Pax Ajax is in the offense versus the Crouch. Pantherful there, taking heavy damage here. Scott, the assault's close, being knocked out though. Cut loose the Sherman here to the Germans. That certainly hurt him a bit there, but no, shots are bouncing. Lots of shots are bouncing. Smoke being deployed here by the Sherman. Nice work there. And there we go. Clorora's Pantherful is kaput. A huge blow here to Clororaa and the German army. No tanks left here, and crucially, no anti-tank weapons for the time being because both as Kedmavs also host out. It's looking very, very unfavored for Clororaa versus Pax Ajax now. Very unfavored. He might be able to turn around there, but it's also not impossible. He cannot. So even you can consider that, you know, Clororaa tactically, again, is, I think, quite as, again, aware of the overall map there. It feels like at times. Sherman there with 5 kills, veterans 2-1. There we go, to cruise 1 with Kedmavr. Forcing heal. He is closing in on another Pantherful possibly here, but that said, Pax Ajax will just soon go for another Sherman, and of course there's still the Scott here. There's certainly a lot of potential problems here for Clororaa to deal with now. A lot of them. Machine gun though is definitely a good investment as always here for Clororaa and the German army. So look called in there, thumbs up. Sherman in repairs. He's gonna hit there. Sturmpioneer retrieving the rifleman there. Lieutenant pinned down to the ground, and there we go. Machine gun crew utterly annihilated. Sturmpioneer Jaeger's routed. Clorora's position remains quite frankly hazardous here in the face of Pax Ajax. I think this is by now enjoying most of the advantage of his opponent. You can see the Clorora's forces are now pretty much back on the base. It actually looks like he's just kind of given up here, honestly. Yeah, I think we're just at this point waiting for the game to realise he's left the match. So. Yeah, GG there, I think. Good overall fight here with some excellent match. But at the end, I think Pax Ajax here proved the superiority of just, you know, better tactical maneuvering and, you know, just flanking and all that here compared to Clororaa. I think at times was like too much and just, you know, linear head-on engagements here compared to Pax Ajax. Plus a few tactical mishaps here. Definitely didn't do him good either. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.